What's going on, yoga teachers and leaders? Today, you're going to learn how to feel safe, receiving more, and abiding in abundance without shame or guilt. What's going on, friend? It's your girl, Abiola Akani. If this is your first time seeing my face and venturing over to my channel, I'm very happy that you are here today. I am the founder of the EOL Yoga School. I'm a yoga teacher trainer, as well as the creator of Non-performative Yoga. If you are a yoga instructor, coach, or wellness service provider who supports folks with dealing with and navigating through generational trauma, we never talk about what comes next once you've moved through it. That's actually sometimes more challenging than releasing the trauma itself. I think that is what kind of keeps us, oftentimes as yoga teachers or service providers of color, consistently stuck in cycles of healing or always trying to overcome trauma. What does it feel like to actually exist beyond suffering? This is what supports us with building and creating businesses that we can sustain and that support generational well-being. The first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to cultivating wealth ascension, it's about a reclamation of your identity so that you can stop misidentifying with the trauma, which keeps a series of beliefs alive. And those beliefs shape the actions that you take, which could be actions of hyper-performance. As you start to remove your identity, not only with your trauma, but dissolve your identity from this self, this set of stories and things that you've said that you are. But as you identify with the I am, you really start to exist beyond the thought, which is so necessary, because to exist beyond the thought is to exist beyond time, is to exist in abundance, is to exist infinitely. That's wealth already. And it's literally by just remembering the infinite I am that exists beyond time, that exists beyond even human reasoning, and understanding that you are an extension of that you are not your trauma. Even though those circumstances have happened, karmically they have happened, you are not that thing. And this is huge, because I will have a series of thoughts that will come in that will make me feel a sensation of rejection, or a sensation that I am behind, or a sensation of lack, like I'm missing something. These are all coming from beliefs that have been culminated from traumas that want to hold their place. They're a series of beliefs that want to continue to have reign. In the I am, I could never be rejected because I am. I could never be in lack because I am. So watching these thoughts come and instead being the observer of them, and to remember that I exist beyond this thought, that I exist beyond these emotions. These sensations are tied to a belief that is simply a thought that is not real, that does not exist, and that does not have sovereignty over me. And beginning to do that over and over and over and over again, while simultaneously regulating your nervous system to that, so you start to feel safer in that awareness. Because what's required as you begin to overcome trauma and you begin to shift your identity is awareness. You need a greater awareness of who you actually are. Number two is an extension of what I said around the nervous system. So it's about adapting your nervous system to new states of safety, because the nervous system has literally adapted itself to safety in trauma. And so it finds safety in the narratives that it's known. It's finding safety in the narratives and the beliefs that it's known, even if they are attached to trauma. So you want to begin to actually adapt your nervous system to new states of safety, and that looks like aligning with new narratives. It's not through affirmations and whatnot, but through surrendering. You want to release trying to control it all, trying to control the narrative, especially the narrative of what your trauma is or what the trauma means, and just trying to find meaning all of the time. It just exhausts you. Surrendering and letting go of trying to do something about it, trying to obsessively change something, trying to constantly be healing it to change it, and instead surrender the do so that you can abide in being. So if you have a desired state that you want to be in, a desired reality, and this is where reality creation comes in, it's about surrendering to where you are right now. Stop trying to forcibly change it all of the time, and abide in a greater state of presence by being in your desired reality right now, just by receiving it, receiving the sensation of it right now. And that requires a level of surrendering. My desire is to be in a present state with the I am at all times, and to share from there consistently. Number 3 is around acceptance. Similar to what I just previously stated, it's acceptance of where you are. Stop trying to forcibly change it. Stop trying to push it to be different. Like, especially if you're in a situation or a circumstance that you really don't want to be in. I definitely get that. Just accept where you are, even if it's a deeply uncomfortable situation. Because it's not about doing more to change your external circumstances. It's about being. It's about being it already, being the change now. That's what we use the yoga for, to normalize being present in states of non-performance. When it comes to acceptance, accepting where you are, it's about not seeing resistance as something that you need to fight. Resistance is an incredible indicator that your reality is shifting. And it's an opportunity for you to make a different choice. When resistance comes, it's letting you know that, oh, like my conscious mind and my subconscious mind are at such severe odds that there's such a level of resistance in my body. There's a cognitive dissonance happening somewhere with who I believe myself to be and what I actually desire. And it's creating such a level of dissonance so that I can become aware of it and make a different choice from a greater level of truth or a greater level of awareness of who I actually am. Number 4 is that wealth is a practice of remembering. It really is a practice of remembering what is, not what is not. Abundance is the state of what is. Lack is a state of what is not. And it's just about remembering that in the I am, you are constantly abiding in a state of what is. So shifting into a wealth mindset is just about remembering that and aligning with that consistently, aligning with what is, and normalizing that in your nervous system. See what is all around you. I see several walls, an abundance of walls around me. I see an abundance of floors. I see an abundance of plants. I don't see what is not. And as you do that, you are guiding yourself naturally into greater states of receptivity where you feel safe receiving because you abide in what is. It feels safe to receive because there is more than enough. What tends to happen sometimes is that we abide in the what is not. So from that state, receiving more will always feel unsafe because there feels like there is never enough. And that is not true. I do have a masterclass around helping you break through your money blocks as a yoga teacher. If you are interested in getting a hold of that masterclass, you can grab it in the description box below. Also, if you are wanting to build your business from greater states of regulation, then I invite you to join me for our 5-day yoga business challenge in November. I'll also drop the link in the description box below, and you can set up a call with me to learn more about that challenge. We're going to be focusing on building your first 5-figure launch from deep states of regulation. And then lastly, if this video resonated for you, I want you to check out my video here on the left or the right around maturing the ego. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram at AbialaAkaniOfficial. Continue to be well, knowing that it's your birthright to be so. And I'll see you real soon.